Samuel L. Jackson. The dude's in everything. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durban, and in this trailer theory, I'm going to theorize what could possibly happen in Kong Skull Island. Comic-Con this year gave us amazing trailers, and of the ones that weren't superhero trailers, this was probably one of my favorites, the Kong Skull Island trailer. The things that really made this trailer stand out to me and really got me excited to see this movie is, number one, the whole trailer felt like it was shrouded in mystery, and I felt like nothing was spoiled. But number two, and I guess number two would be number one, because this is the main thing that got me really interested, that shot of those helicopters flying in, and it looks like the sky's red with the sunset, and you just, as the camera pans up, see the silhouettes of Kong's legs, and they're huge! And then a couple shots later, it comes back, and you got the red sky, and you got his, like, upper body, like, and that's, like, silhouetted against the red sky, and I thought that, too, was pretty awesome. So, like, those shots were amazing enough that I was just hooked, and it became one of my favorite trailers, and I'm super excited to see this movie. So, based on this trailer, if I was to theorize what was going to happen in the movie, here is my theory. First, I believe that they are planning to take this Kong and later combine him in a movie with Godzilla, which just sounds like it's gonna be awesome. And to my understanding, this Kong Skull Island takes place before the events of the first Godzilla movie. So, in this trailer theory, that's what I'm going to go with. This is before the events of Godzilla. So, we know there's giant creatures, because right after World War II and they were doing those nuclear tests out in the ocean, we know those weren't tests. They're trying to kill Godzilla, who was actually just hungry and enjoying the free buffet of radiation that they were giving him. So they know these things are out there. So I think if they don't know Kong is on Skull Island, they at least have strong enough theories to support there's another giant monster living and walking the earth on that island. Which is why, number one, a scientific expedition is going out. You know, where you got the girl, you got John Goodman, and then a team of scientists. So I have the feeling they're kind of the science team going to go study the giant creatures of this island. And number two, you have the military going, because it's an island of giant creatures. Yeah, you probably want some firepower and people who know how to use it to help protect you should things get a little scary. And of course, things are getting scary. Because I think as they're flying into Kong Island, that's when we see that palm tree just hurl through the air, and it crashes through the windshield of that Apache helicopter, and boom! So I think this is going to have a twofold effect here. I think, number one, this is going to scatterbrain everybody, and they're going to be like, what the what? What is going on here? What could throw a palm tree like that? And so they're all going to be on edge. And number two, I think it might begin to separate them, because some are going to land and try to see anybody alive in this helicopter. What can we do to help? Others are going to try to go to the place where they were supposed to go, you know, to set up camp and do all their sciencey stuff. And then they're going to see that big old Kong bloody handprint, like, what is this place? And then I think somewhere in the midst of this confusion of an Apache helicopter already down, of the military like, okay, we gotta scramble, fix this, fix that, I think the girl, the curiosity, is gonna get the best of her, and while everybody's all scrambling to do things over here, she's gonna sneak off over here. This is where she will see a majestic herd of dinosaurs herding. I think they graze. Well, if they're plant eaters, they graze. And I think it's at this moment where she's there alone, she will be captured by the natives of the island. Because like in all Kong lore, the girl gets captured and offered up as a sacrifice to Kong to, you know, so that Kong won't eat them. And I think that's going to continue onward in this. So the girl is then going to get taken by Kong. But there's going to be that connection, because there always is that connection. Well, at first she's afraid, then later she will see past the beast and see the beauty of the majestic creature within. And the majestic creature will be like, what? You see the beauty in me? Oh, okay, I guess you're cool. But he's a monkey, so he's not going to say any of that. And if he did, the movie's already ruined. Point is, there's going to be a bond and a connection, as there always is, between Kong and the girl. Around this time, the military's going to be like, what? She's gone. What happened? They're going to find out about the whole sacrifice thing. They're going to know she was taken. So they're going to go and find her. And that's when we get those shots of the helicopter going against the sunset sky and the giant silhouetted Kong. And there's the girl in Kong's hand, and they're going to be like, oh no, how are we going to take care of this? Well, through some range of firefight, they're gonna get her back temporarily. I think somewhere around here, they might get attacked by a herd of Tyrannosaurus Rexes. I don't think they run in herds. They're gonna get attacked by a T-Rex, and Kong's gonna come and do the fight that he always does in all those movies and grab it by the jaw and rip it open. It might not do that because Godzilla did that in the Godzilla movie. You know what? They might just reuse that. So I think there's going to be some kind of dinosaur fight, and I think some people are going to trust, some people aren't going to trust. In the meantime, Sam Jackson's like, that's a giant gorilla, that's dinosaurs. He's going to pull that gun on John Goodman. What is going on here? Tell me I'm going to blow your head off. That's where John Goodman launches into his, oh, we don't own this world. There were giant creatures here long before us, and so we're going to get into all that and, find that he, not only is he a scientist, but he knows about this stuff. And he's trying to learn what these creatures are, how they feed, how they get so big, and, I don't know. We're going to find that's kind of his secret, and that's what he's there to learn and discover. But I also think he's going to have this view of, these are animals, and we just need to study them. And Sam Jackson's going to be like, no, we're man. We're taking this out, and we're showing that beast who really is the king of beasts. And I think somewhere in the midst of this, Kong's going to take the girl again. And since I don't believe they're going to leave the island in this version, because, honestly, if he went to New York City and tried to climb the Empire State Building, I think Kong in this movie is the size of the Empire State Building. I think it would probably just, be crushed under his weight. So I don't think that's going to happen. Instead, I think he's going to take the girl because he's going to think he's protecting her from these mean people. And he's going to climb to the top of a very large mountain. And that is when we're going to have our Empire State Building thing. Instead, it's going to be a mountain. And instead of planes, it's going to be Apache helicopters flying around. And now we're going to get a super intense fight that's going to last from 6 to 11 minutes tops. Not much longer, and we're going to wish we got more. And I think at this point, Kong is just going to swat Sam Jackson out of the sky. Boom! He's dead. And then he's going to try to swat the other Apaches, but they're going to have some kind of secret bomb or something. I don't know. They're going to shoot Kong, grab his chest, slow motion. Somehow the girl is not in his hand because she would be dead at this point, so maybe she's just safe on the mountain and then they go get her and all that fun stuff. I don't know. And Kong falls to his death. Girl cries. Until you stay after the credits, where the camera will zoom in on a supposedly dead Kong's face and his eyeball will snap open. Boom! Now we have our sequel where Godzilla and Kong can meet and face each other off. Where I'm pretty sure in that movie what's going to happen is Kong is going to get taken off Kong Island by humans somehow, and then he's going to break free in a massive metropolis city, and then Godzilla, to restore the balance of nature, will come out of the ocean and will fight Kong, and they will have a 6-minute long fight, and we won't get to see that fight because they'll just cut to all the boring human stories, and we'll just see in various shots on the news, and then Mothra will show up, and using his moth powers will moth the city? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know too much about Godzilla lore. And then Kong and Godzilla will have to team up with each other, where we will at last get an epic 7.5-minute long fight. And that will be the end of it. And Kong and Godzilla will be buddies, kind of like Batman and Superman. They were enemies and then they became buddies. So what do you think? Do you think that's how it's gonna go down? Of all the Comic-Con trailers that came out, what was your favorite Comic-Con trailer? Make sure to let me know in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button so you can be on top of all the new videos coming out. Like this evening, I'm gonna go see The Killing Joke. I'm super excited to see that movie, and of course, as soon as I get home from that tonight, I'm gonna do a video, and I will have that posted either really late tonight or really early in the morning. But when you hit that subscribe button, that's how you'll know it, that's how you'll see it, and you'll be able to see that review for The Killing Joke and many other reviews like Jason Bourne and things like that coming up this weekend. I'm Durban. Thanks for checking out Durbania.